5G rollout is reckless and irresponsible. We must stop 5G now. 5G will be like living inside of a microwave or airport scanner. This is simply unacceptable. The safety tests on 5G are not valid.
So it's great that you showed up today voicing your concerns about 5G.
Thanks, Jeff.
What is it that you're mostly worried about?
Worried about the standards that ARPANSA set. I don't think they're good enough. As you can see, a lot of other countries have much lower standards and we're sitting here, and that's unacceptable as far as electromagnetic radiation levels go.
Absolutely. The harm that it's going to do, especially to unborn children, it's going to be irreversible, and the health effects are going to be catastrophic. What would be your advice to ARPANSA in relation to the rollout of the 5G towers?
I think they need to reassess their standards. I think they need independent, peer-reviewed scientific studies, not ones that are funded by them or funded by the government. We need very much independent standards set, and to look at other countries and to see why they've set their standards so low and take advice from them rather than just go by ICNIRP and what they've set as a world standard.
And if someone was living in close proximity to a 5G tower and they were very concerned, would you recommend getting a meter and testing the levels coming out?
Absolutely, absolutely. Just jump on Facebook and connect with your local Facebook Stop 5G group and see if you can get your hands on an EMF reader and test around your home and test your workplace as well. Especially if you're living close to a tower, contact your local council and get them aware and make some noise.
That's very good advice. So up until this point, what action have you taken to get the word out in your community?
We've contacted our local council, which is Frankston Council, also Mornington Peninsula and Kingston Council. So we have an action group that's quite local to that area. We're making it aware to our councils how we feel about 5G and just getting the word out, spreading it publicly, holding community meetings and handing out flyers, getting the message out there, making people aware that 5G is not just your, upgrade of technology to the new latest internet coverage. It's actually quite damaging to the health of all living things.
That's correct. There's no disturbances of the peace. Everything's going right and according to plan.
Let the family members, the prams go through. It's good.
Yeah. So I'm here with Judy, who is very alarmed about the catastrophic health effects that 5G presents. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
What is it that concerns you the most about the 5G rollout?
For a start, it is microwave radiation. As you can see, we're actually at ARPANSA's offices today, the Australian Radiation and Nuclear Protection. It's come to our notice that the standards in Australia are 10,000 times higher, so-called safe, compared to other countries in the world. So that is really alarming.
So what's your advice to people suffering from radiation exposure at present?
Okay, so there's lots of things we can do that will help. I mean, obviously it's a bit of an issue, but just some things like if you want to use your computers, which people say to me, well, you're a bit of a hypocrite if you're on Facebook and you're doing all this social media stuff and sending emails. I've got my computer hardwired, so you just go and buy an Ethernet wire cable and plug it into your modem and plug it into your thing and turn Wi-Fi off so there's no Wi-Fi in your actual house. Make sure that you never take your phone into your bedroom or any electrical appliances in your bedroom, so at least when you're sleeping you're away from that so your body can heal. There's things like magnesium, if you keep your magnesium levels up, because when our body's stressed it leaches magnesium and that affects all the other minerals in your body. We can also do earthing by going barefoot, walking on the sand or in the water if you're near the bay, or just on the grass. So it's the old hippie hug a tree thing, but that literally nature, the trees, which we're surrounded by now, they actually help feed our body good ions so that we actually can fight the negative ions. Oh, it's actually the negative ions we want instead of positive, even though that sounds weird. Turn your phones onto airplane mode as much as possible, and people say, oh, but then people can't contact me. I say turn it on, just click it back on for a couple of seconds, see what messages or anything that comes through, answer them, turn it off again so you're not frying yourself. Don't hold the phone near your body. If someone rings me on my phone and I need to answer it, I will answer it and then put it on speaker and move it away from my body and talk to them on speakerphone. I don't have a hands-free phone at home. My home phone is cabled into the thing and I have to stay at the phone to talk and say, sorry, just got to run into the other room and grab something because I can't run away with it, because that's also worse than your mobile phones. What else is there? Sorry, I've gone blank, but yeah, there's probably lots of other things, but there are things, so don't get overwhelmed by how scary this is. It is scary, but you can make changes to keep your body's immune system strong so that we can keep strong for this standing together, people power to beat this 5G thing.
That's very helpful information and could prevent someone from being struck down with radiation poisoning. Thank you very much today, Judy.
Thank you.
And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Live in a topsy-turvy land. All that's good has been banned. All that's bad is deemed as good. Like a 5G coming to your neighbourhood. We are the people, let's make a choice. Sit on the fence or raise our voice. Turn, so you will learn. It's the accumulation of the radiation escalating for health in our nation. It's all about depopulation. ARPANSA! When our governing bodies stop protecting the people, it's time to awaken. We are not the sheeple. It's time to rebel.